I feel like we'll be on the next Ice Age before this franchise ends. If only because I have some hope that we'll be global warming. Ice Age is just a punchline nowadays. Sure, Shrek, Toy Story, even Despicable Me might be seen as overdone and out of ideas, but the original few films are still respected today. If Ice Age is brought up, the conversation would just be about how milk the franchise is, how much people want to crush a baby like an egg, how I, and specifically I, want to kiss Cat on the lips, and that's about it. But like, this is a big franchise. He's got a TV special and shorts and a show. So like, clearly, he's gotta have something special deep down, right? I love these movies as a kid, so they're gotta be awesome, right? Well, let's melt past the ice and look at its juicy core. Because I debated who would win between Mort and Scrat, and I said I'd do a video on the winner. Scrat won, unsurprisingly, saying that I was the one defending him. I'm the best. Don't worry, Mag Astro Bros. I will cover it soon enough. And if you look across the entire Ice Age franchise, I think the first Ice Age film is a genuinely great movie, and I'll die on that hill. It's kind of like how Cars is a pretty fun movie, but people write it off because the sequel sucks. But this time, I think this is genuinely great. Now, is it like amazing? I mean, no, like, can you see the animation? The more major characters look fine, but the lesser characters? You know, maybe it's good to them extinct. Plus, some of the humor is more juvenile than its big competitors of Shrek Monsters Inc. That isn't to say it's not funny. Scrat's at his best here, as is Sid. May's annoyance as Sid is much more genuine here than the sequels, where he's forced to be with him, so it makes sense why he's constantly taking pot shots. Unlike the sequels, where he hates Sid but sticks with him for some reason. And Diego, easily the best character in the film. His dry wit is great, and he's like actually super compelling with his tear between his loyalty between his herd, and slowly realizing that these losers actually care about him, even if he's homophobic.
Us? You two are a bit of an odd couple.
So many of these scenes live rent-free in my head. The Dodo scene, Lord of Fire, stuff with the rhinos, the ice sliding scene. I found how much of this film is part of my vocabulary. Also, the little walking scene set to send me on my way. Really a rare calm scene that just kind of lets the trio vibe. The later films focus too much on fast-paced humor with no breaks. Also, I just really like the song. It's just so calming and brings happy vibes, even if I have no idea what he's saying. It's relatable. Also reveals that humans have 4 toes in this world. Also, the baby. Why do people want to kill this thing back in 2020? He isn't really a character, but he's a fun plot device, and it's nice to see the trio slowly warm up to him. Why we never got to see him or any other humans after this film? No clue. So ain't a fantastic villain, but he's good for what he is. He's pretty intimidating, but it's nice that he does genuinely care for his pack. Again, the animation isn't fantastic, but it's really impressive that for their first movie, Blue Sky decided to do fur, humans, and particle effects. Considered to be the hardest parts of CG animation, only really perfected around a decade ago, all at the same time. A lot of what makes the sequels bad are very briefly shown here, like the first 5 minutes have a poop joke, a new record, mod references, random celebrities, kind of scraps that can do something funny with no effect on the plot, adult humor. All that stuff is very brief and missable. Like, there's actually a pretty decent amount of voice actors here, and some of the celebrities aren't even noticeable. Like, it took me a few years to even know this was Jack Black. Travis Hilarious is overall my favorite character in the series. And I mentioned the one thing that this has that the others don't. Heart. Again, there's a bond between the herd, but also that one scene with the herd finding the cave painting and explaining Manny's backstory. Told in a very unique art style, all without any words. Honestly, among the best scenes in Western animated films. I really wish it got more attention. Diego should have died. I know kids are saddened by his death, but frick them kids. This is the best way to end his story. It's not like he does much in the sequels anyways. They also saved Scrat though. He was gonna die in his first scene. We gotta got more of him. But yeah man, I'm not flinching. This is a great movie. Not perfect, but it's funny. He's got good heart. It's really pretty grounded. I still think it holds up. So who's up for round 2? We start with Scrat inflation and the first boomer I hate my wife joke I've ever seen.
Sometimes I throw up.
So the film starts with all the herd's members realizing they're all losers who everyone hates. Also, Diego kills children.
Dan, the hungry tiger, ate the pesky little kids.
So the ice is melting. Manny is lonely. Sid feels like he doesn't belong. And Diego is there. So the herd makes a trek to a boat at the end of the valley. Actually, wait, there's a beaver in this movie. Before we discuss plot, do they make the only film you're legally allowed to make with beavers?
Damn!
Oh, thank God! This film introduces Manny's girlfriend, Ellie. And she is fine. I accept her as part of the herd. It's a natural extension of Manny's loneliness arc from the first movie. She gets enough focus and is just enough character. I like her fine enough. Besides her saying that Manny's saving her life is cowardly, like actually explode. Crash Daddy freaking suck. They had nothing, are almost never funny, and got me those annoying characters in the franchise. Okay, what's annoying characters that last longer than a film? Problem is they seem more so comfortable what they represent. That every film introduces a ton of characters for no reason that usually aren't memorable. But that's their problem, not this one. I remember really liking the villains of Trick Chasers and Maelstrom as a kid, but as an adult, I could see their shortcomings. They really don't appear much, taken out easily, and the beginning of the decay from actually taking place in Ice Age. but I still like it. They're probably intimidating. They look really cool. There were some fun fight scenes, and most are supposed to represent the change in the environment and giving it a proper face rather than being a purely weird shift in the dynamic of the series. Plus there's a clear explanation of why they're here, so I like them. Occasionally also looks like Ridley, so I like him the most. Grant has some scenes. He doesn't contribute much plot-wise, but unsurprisingly, he's the best part. The scene with him fighting the Piranhas is top 1 anime fight scene of all time. Honestly, there's still a few scenes that really connect to the dumb side of my brain. It's still funny. Other time it's not funny, but that's the price you have to pay when you introduce Crash and Eddie. I thought Sid's subplot with a mini-sloth was completely removed. Like, yeah, it's part of his arc of trying to find a purpose, but he did that fine with helping Diego overcome his fear of water. So, like, explode? I will give it this, though. This is easily the best Blue Skies film with a vulture voiced by Will Arnett. This is a comparison you can actually have. Also, there's an arc full of animals and everyone's life is saved when Scratch sacrifices himself and goes to heaven. Where is Sid in the New Testament? It's a rocky film, but I still enjoy it. It's got that gooey, sticky stuff that really helps it hold it together. Mostly scrap. What does Sid know about Family Guy? Is he being paid to do this? Does he know Peter and is doing a favor for him? This also confirms Sid knows what sex is, and I'm scared of that fact. And like, why does Peter have a bunch of nuts stuck to a wall? What does he gain from this? I appreciate getting an explanation on why he and Lois never get any more kids, though.
Oh, why not? Why not?
Oh, this film did not age well. Did not ice age well, and... We start with Manny and Ellie expecting a baby. I like to assume the shell he's using to hold the potential baby is the shell of the turtle that died in the first film. We also have Sid once again feeling that he doesn't fit in the herd, because previous films in this franchise don't matter, and it being revealed that Diego does in fact still kill and eat people. And the gang is okay with that. Also, Shrek gets girlfriend. This was definitely someone's furry awakening. This was the point of no return. This is the moment they turn from pretty well thought out movies to just pure comedies that aren't even that funny. Where do you go after Pregnant Sid? I mean, it's pretty clear where to go after the last one. Dinosaurs. You got prehistoric series, it's only a matter of time. I will say, things do pick up when they go to the dinosaur world. Not only does the originality pick up thanks to the new location, but we got the two best things in the movie here. But that's for more Scratch shenanigans. First off, Rudy. He's what Cretaceous and Maelstrom wanted to be. He's big, he's intimidating, he has good action scenes, he holds up very well, and we only see bits of him throughout the film, until the ending. And he actually doesn't go out like a wuss. The other, Buck. The only actually funny part of this film besides Scrat, brought to life brilliantly by Simon Pegg. The aura this man has is immaculate. All the good writing and action went for this guy. There's not enough to say this movie though. Like, Ellie says yabba dabba doo. Why does he say this? Has she seen Flintstones? Does Fred Flintstone exist in this universe? The film ain't great, which says it was my favorite as a kid. But I still think what it does well, so it's worth a watch. I'm so pissed what happened with Scrat though. Him just abandoning the nut and finally living a happy life with Scratette would have been a great way to end his arc. But he just can't win. Would have been fine if they kept them together. Would have been a fun dynamic. Also sucks they remade the song Alone Again naturally, but missed the obvious pun of Alone Again naturally. I will strangle Scrat and Girl Scrat with my bare hands. Unfortunately, the franchise moves on. The series is kind of as dead as dinosaurs should be. However, in a world that's going under, to survive, you must learn to plunder. Kamen Rider Drift is not very good. Again, there's not much you can do after dinosaurs, and it shows. They added 50 new characters. Josh Gad the Simp Hog, Sid's family, because that's what we needed, more Sid. Peaches is a teen now, she's the most stereotypical teen of all time. They give Diego a girlfriend, which sucks because that breaks my Diego and Sid fanfiction.
If they kiss, I'm gonna puke.
Also can be written out very easily. And they have a random group of teen mammoths. One is voiced by Drake. Why didn't Kendrick mention this? This would have ended the beef faster than pedophile allegations. Also, they kept showing this giant crab in the trailer, and it's killed off in a mid. Ripper Tamato, you were goated. Anime's better than ever, and Last Crash and Eddie is epic. But god, the kids have been milked through the Federation machine to put it being cardboard cutouts. Scrat is still funny, and is being pushed even further than the pain he endures, but this is such a nothing movie that I can't even say watch it for him. Is there anything that makes this film fully worth watching? Well...
Morning, sunshine!
Captain Gut is not only a genuinely great antagonist, but also quite possibly among the best animated film villains outside of the major three companies. He kind of started as an inside joke between me and some friends, after one of them mentioned that almost every line he has is a gif on Discord. But no, he lives up to the hype. He's really funny. His song is a banger. And look how simply evil he is. He's a pirate. Many embarrassed him by destroying his ship. Now he wants to kill everyone related to him. Not to mention he's just unbelievably raw. Dude can casually spit out a giant iceberg just because he hates Manny that much. Honestly, I think this film would have been better if we spent more time with him. Get rid of the side plots with Peaches and other mammoths. Build onto the other members of Guts' crew. have them grow closer. Then the herd leaves to reunite with Manny's family, which makes Gut mad, and the film goes on as normal. Because I just want more of this character. Can you believe Jeremy Renner turned down raising Gut to be in some garbage superhero movie when he could have been in peak fiction? It ain't amazing or good, but generally the best Scratch stuff since the original. And my Kitty Captain Gut makes this my second favorite. Episode 6 out of 10. Scratch goggles nuts. When the suffering is eternal! Yep, this is the worst one. We can stop now. Please. An asteroid is coming to wipe out all the mammals. And the herd, alongside the returning buck, are heading to the crash site to stop it. Also, there's some dino birds following them. These are the worst characters in the franchise. Nick Offerman, the goat, and Roger are actually pretty funny, but they have the dumbest plan of all time. They're going to fly above the asteroid, somehow dodging the fallout and breathing in space, I guess, and survive the apocalypse to rule the planet. What they intend to eat when everything is a fiery crater? No idea. They don't matter much. Everyone besides Buck doesn't even know they exist until the final few minutes. Scrat is still the best part, but his trick is getting old. I like the higher scale stuff for him though, because the dumb versus side of my brain can't help but scream at the fact that he can sell most of anime. Having a higher scale, more fantastical stuff for a character besides Scrat though, that's dumb. As is giving Sid a girlfriend, because they have a girlfriend to one of the original 4 in literally every sequel. Calling it now, Christian and Eddie are getting a girlfriend in Ice Age 6. This is Neil deGrasse Tyson, of course it sucks. I'm sick of Manny's overprotectiveness. That's been all he's been for the last 3 movies. Girl Sabretooth can still be written out. I genuinely do not know her name. Pete's new boyfriend is lame, even if he's Pizza Steve. Yeah, this film sucks. The only good thing about it is what the old movies had. The animation, Scrat, and the friendship between the main 3. The only thing keeping these films together. So let's get rid of that. So fun fact, I have watched every single piece of Ice Age media prior to making this video, besides for this one. And after watching this, I wish weren't one. The Adventures of Buck Wild is a Disney Plus film focusing on Buck and the Possums going on an adventure and facing an old foe from Buck's past. Not a bad idea. Here's why it's a bad idea. For one, everything about the previous films are gone. The animation is a major downgrade due to them being significantly lower budget, and not Blue Sky's main crew. Scratch isn't in this film at all, and the main crew are barely in it. Probably the best, seeing as every character besides Buck is recasted. And honestly, Crash, Eddie, and Ellie's aren't that bad. Diego isn't the worst, but it's clear it isn't Dennis Leary. Manny sounds far more like Fozzie Bear than Ray Romano. And Sid. Oh god, Sid's is so bad.
Here. And then when Diego came along and tried to kill us...
It's actually notable, since this is the first time Sid isn't voiced by Don Leguizamo. Keep in mind, despite being a big name, he's returned to do Sid every commercial, every short, every video game, every single thing he's appeared in. Except for this. It's just wrong. The only good thing about this is I can now say that these 5 have been voiced by the same guy. Oh, and Peaches, Shira, and his girlfriend are all gone. Which honestly, I'm fine with that. This means Manny can be more than an overprotective dad. And Sid's a lot nicer and less insanely stupid here. Admittedly, it might be because he doesn't get a lot of scenes, but I'll give the film that. Orson is the lamest villain in the series. Okay, besides Gavin. But he could have been cool. I like the idea of a smart dinosaur that hates mammals and wishes to wipe them all out. But he's so freaking lame. He's said to be so cool and scary in a flashback. In the actual film, he's not viewed as a threat by Buck. He doesn't do anything interesting. They should have taken it from Gut. But instead, they took from the trash, I guess. Also, after the last 2 films really hammering the Crash and Eddie are really annoying, definitely a choice to make them the main characters. A bad choice. Also, Mama T-Rex appears, which is cool. But she has nothing because she is a toothache. Also, really no mention of her kids or Rudy. Buck is still fun, I'll give them that. But besides that, yeah, this film sucks. The asteroid should have hit. And those are all the films. But I think it's a huge franchise. So I'm going to look at all the shorts, the TV shows, the specials, and all that. The first is Gone Nutty. Released with the first movie. About Scrat finding a bunch of acorns. I really love the little jumping noise Scrat makes. I miss that. The ending was Scrat playing Karamari. And a song that's instrumental of Once Upon a Dream, like the song for Sleeping Beauty, ain't that copyrighted? Oh well, funny short. Well, the last one kind of fresh was making Scrat a god. This one goes all the way. Since now Scrat has a time machine, one he found by grave robbing, where he goes all across time, including being worthy of a Excalibur, going to the Titanic, and going to the future where he has to see the corpses of the herd. Honestly, pretty cute that he immediately tries to save them from the grass prisons. He thinks they're friends, that's adorable! Surviving Sid is a sort about Sid leading a group of kids in a nature trip. But because it's Sid, it goes wrong. It did confirm that Sid made the Grand Canyon, another fact that woke liberals excluded from schools. Scrat is choking on a nut. Like balls. Then there's Scrat in love. It's really just a scene from Dawn of the Dinosaurs unedited. Scratch Colonel Crackup is mostly reused footage as well, with the only bit of new stuff being showing how Captain Gut got Scrat off the front of his ship to become a dancing slave. Some more Gut content, pretty peekers. Cosmic Scratastrophe is again reused footage. This has gotta be a front or something. Scratch Spaced Out explains what happened to Scrat after a collision course. Being, of course, aliens. Again, it's more proof that Scrat is a god. He just casually run out of a black hole. The big thing is that it reveals that there are alien Scrats. Why do they keep trying to make the female Scrats hot? You only made one hot character, you can stop trying. They also had 2 holiday specials. The first one is Christmas based. Mammoth Christmas. It's a pretty standard Christmas special. Santa's in this. This is the only time we see humans since the original. I don't know how to feel about that, but like, sorry, but this ain't no Shrek Halls. You'd think the other holiday special would be Halloween, but shockingly, it's Easter. It has the boys watching sports, which is just seeing group of animals maul each other. This is gonna be to actually care about the Super Bowl. Sid's starting up a service where he watches everyone's eggs, and Squint, the rabbit pirate, wants revenge, so he steals them all.
Hey, you host!
I don't know, it's cute. I like seeing answer your knowledge at all. We only have the final thing from the series for now. Scrat Tales. This is a Disney Plus series, actually made by Blue Sky, where Scrat raises a baby he finds. It's not stated in the show, but the baby is actually his. And his friend with Scrat is the mother. And it's going to appear if the show continued. Hence why it has the same color as her. Scrat has canonically had sex. The show is actually really cute, and genuinely might be the best thing to come from the franchise after the original movie. Scrat's relationship with the baby is really cute, but also has some really funny moments, like this scene that confirms that Scrat is so powerful he can affect the real world by screaming. Suck it, Mort. I do kind of wish they ended it fully with Scrat freaking dying happily instead of revealing it was just the baby trying to trick him, since he desperately needs something. But still a good and fun series. And getting a good ending he did, because around the same time of the show, some Blue Sky employees made an independent short where Scrat finds a perfect place for his nut, but decides to simply eat it and move on. A cute and simple way to wrap up Scrat's story, and shows a nice way to end the studio's tenure. If only that's where it fully ended. There's more to Ice Age, of course. Because a ride never went on, a few games. I played the 1 for 3 as a kid, but I could not beat the first boss in the fight against Ruby. That's about it. The series, it's mostly bad. Okay, I'll admit, it's mostly pretty bad. Things get worse and worse as it goes on. Getting less funny, and the characters get more one-note and silent as I go on and add more and more. But, despite it all, I can't hate this franchise. Whether it be nostalgia or some genuine fondness for parts of these films, despite its many, many hurdles and trippings, I can't hate them. It's like that one friend that constantly messes up all the time, and just be hoping for their bits to catch on. But they have a good heart, so you keep them around. Also, I did mention the actual review, but consistently, the music? Pretty banger. Probably was one of the most memorable instrumental scrolls animated films. Always perfectly captured the vibe of the movies, I cannot separate one from the other. Heck, most of the pop songs are usually pretty well picked out, to the point where I could heavily associate most of them with these films. Everyone decried Blue Sky in this series throughout their existence, until Disney killed them. And then suddenly everyone was talking about how great a studio they are. But it's easy to forget how much they did do for Mountain Animation. Like, DreamWorks was already established before its big hit of Shrek. Pixar had backing from the animation studio. Blue Sky was not notable in animation, but it came out of nowhere and was the big sign that CGI is here to stay for animated movies. Outside of the first film and Scrat Tales, I can't genuinely say anything here is that good, besides Captain Gut. But within my frozen, old, cynical heart, this film franchise has wedged a giant nut inside of me. I need to be better at my phrasing. Alright, I have them all. Now, my side of the deal. Yes! Yes! The power!
Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth